Tajmotormedics. I've got a Nissan Almera here on a 2005 plate. Now I'm replacing both of the rear tail lights. As you can see, the lens broken on this side and the lens broken on the other side as well. Now the customer has supplied me with some second-hand parts, as you can see with the second-hand light units. Now if you ever get one and you want to know how to remove it, so what you do, you look at your new part or an old part and see the bolt holes, so where they are. So there's only 4. Once you know where they are on the new one, then it'll be easy for you to remove the old ones. And with this one, this rear bulb holder is pretty good because I can't see anything wrong with it. So what I'm going to still do is I'm going to keep the original ones back onto this one. So I'm going to leave those ones on and remove these. So I'll put this on the side for a minute. So now I'm going to do the offside one first. As you can see, this is the offside rear. To do it on the inside, if you look, I mean, somebody's already had to work on this because they had to do a body work, hence that's why it's all broken. But like I said, once you know where your location, so that's the bolt right there, the nut, which is a 10mm, and then there is one on this side, and then there's one on the top, and there's one on the other side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to undo it. Right, okay, the tools that you need is a 10mm socket. If you've got a 10mm socket, brilliant, or a 10mm spanner. So what I do, I take the nut off first on the bottom. That's the nut right there. And then I've got one on this side, I think, which is right on the inside. So it's a bit of an awkward one. Make sure you don't drop the nuts inside, otherwise you'll have a problem. So that's the second one. And then just follow myself around on the tops. Right, there's none there. I now unplug this. Which is not unplugging for some reason. Oh, there it is. Just a pin. That's it, the plug's out. I then push the light out towards me. And they've glued it, as you can see, it's been glued on. Look at that. That's disgusting. Yeah. Raw. Hey, hey. Now this is out. So what I now do is take this bulb holder out. Just make sure I look at the bulbs. They're all good. I can see the bulbs are pretty good, so I'm going to leave them on. Get the new one. And then slot it in. That's how it goes. Push in. That's it. And now slot it in. So there's only one way it would go as well. So these are the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got the top lug here, which goes right in there. So that's what you've got to remember. Once you slot it in, you line the holes up, and then you push it in. Job done. I'm only going to put one screw in. I'm sure you guys can do the rest by yourself because it's going to take a lot of time, and we're just going to check, make sure everything is working. So it's only hand tight one of them. I will tighten all of them up, plug it in. We're just going to check, make sure it's working. So I'm going to try every single thing now. So that's the position lamp. That's the indicator. Now you've got the brakes and the fog lamp. I'm not sure if the reverse is on that side, but we're going to try. Is the reverse on this side as well, yeah? It's on the other side, is it? Okay, that's fine. Brilliant. Okay. So that's all the lights working on this one. So I'm going to replace the other side as well. But if you are doing it, if you've got something like this, a really old unit, just make sure, you check the bulb holder. Now this bulb holder does look a bit yank, so I wouldn't put it on. I'll use the original one back in there, put it on, and that's it, job done. Now these have already got some screws in there, so you can use these if you've lost some, but if you haven't, then that's it. The same thing, exact same procedure on that side as well. So whatever you do undo on this side, you've got enough space to get your hands in there, get your spanners in there, and then pull the whole thing out, and you can replace all the bulbs at the same time if you wanted to. Yeah, so leave us a comment below if there is anything you need to know. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, thank you, and goodbye.